Hey guys, this is Dragon coming back to you with the week 5, I believe, recap. Still a little behind, so I'm not gonna go super into um, what every match means to everyone. That'll be for next week, which I'm gonna try to record either tomorrow or Friday. But let's start right into this. So first up, we have Aaron versus Tiffany. We have Aaron bringing Alolan Muck, Rotom Wash, Kadabra, Heatran, Beedrill, and Florges. I like the different Florges colors you bring every week. It's kind of interesting. For Tiffany, we have Ormadon, Venusaur, Zoroark, Gardevoir, Hawlucha, and Electros. Jeez. So kind of have the standard starting. It's kind of feeling it. So she wishes, gets the toxic off, which is pretty good. That's rough. I don't know. I think Zapcan is 10%, so that was pretty lucky. I could be wrong on that. So he's gonna get out of here. Got hit when he paralyzed and knocked the item off. So we're just gonna come in. Good knockoff there. And a poison jab. Beedrill's such a strong offensive threat. So that's a Zoroark. I do like the use of Zoroark here. You do get revealed here though, but it doesn't matter. You got 2 big chunks off of Rotom Wash. I'm bringing a lot of knockoff support here. So Tiffany's got her entry hazard set up here. Getting Venusaur plane split's kind of rough, but he has ways to recover. Okay. So if this is, I believe this is Magic Guard, which means he shouldn't take any damage from Leech Seed. Yep. Smart bring on Aaron's part to kind of just counter the Venusaur. Lots of sleep turns on, and there's a miss. Yeah, so I guess RNG's pretty even on both sides. A gunshot gets Rotom here. So the spikes are, I mean, it's good for Beedrill, but I don't know how much use you're getting out of them. Aftermath is good here to get chunk Beedrill down a little bit. Ooh, I don't know if that was a low roll or if it really was just 2%, but that's rough. And it cost you your Zoroark. So Veedrill's just going to go down here getting some damage off on Venusaur. Kadabra don't care about anything. So Hawlucha comes in. This is rough because you're just going to, get psychicked. That was rough. Aaron had a lot of good brings just to counter your strategy. It looks like you're trying to go for some entry hazarding, or just basically a solid game by Aaron countering your moves here. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Kadabra was a good bring here because it walls Venusaur pretty good. It walls Hawlucha. It's just generally a super fast and even pretty tanky Mon, especially with the Evilite. But good game. Moving on, we go to this match. We have Anne versus Jason. Anne bringing Charizard, Rhyperior, Victini, Cloyster, Greninja, and Delmise. Jason bringing Gallade, Gallade, Landorus, Clefable, Volcarona, Drapion, and Zebstrika. There's a little bit of controversy with this match. I don't think it really matters. But going in here, we have Zeb coming out, fast Mon that can just kind of swap out. Yeah, getting the attack on Delmas is a little rough. So, and making this kind of a ballsier play to stay in. Pierce gonna come in here. This was interesting. The throat chop, I believe, was for Sylveon to kind of stop her from hyper voicing. I believe there's some other mon I'd have to do some looking to see what throat chop actually does and what moves it actually counters, but I believe it stops all voice related. This was hard. I don't know what you were predicting here, Jay, or if this was a mixed click or what, but I mean, Rock Slide is a smart move for like anybody at stab. It's going to hit Landorus okay. It destroys Volcarona. That's rough. Like, having this happen to Volcarona, who is a very intimidating sweeper, like we've seen previous seasons where Volcarona dominates teams. Having her one shot like that is, I mean, it would, for me, be tilting. So Volcarona goes down here. Throat chop ends. So Delmai is going to come out here against Clefable. Clefable's going to throw rocks out. Yeah, it's going to get rid of them ASAP. So that would just kind of, Jason gets his rocks up again and gets Charizard out in time, so he doesn't take any damage. So Jason has the Moonlight, gonna heal up a little bit. So now we just kind of enter kind of a stalemate where Jason has to Moonlight almost every turn. And Smart defogging off the rocks. If you haven't noticed this, mostly for Anne and for everybody else in the league, seeing how she's not taking any burn damage is an indicator that she's carrying Magic Guard and not Unaware or Cute-Chan, because Magic Guard's going to block any burn damage, but it also kind of reveals itself. So now we know that she's not going to take any secondary damage, she's immune to rocks, stuff like that. Just stuff to look out for. There's some tells in the game that can tell you what your opponent's running. That was smart. That's a big crit. I do believe you still win out. Because, I mean, once the sun's down, it's going to be rough. But you could easily switch into Delmai's. I don't think this crit matters as much as it was made out to be. I mean, it's still big. Getting rid of her 100% to 0 is amazing. But I think you would stall out the Moonlights enough for you to eventually beat out Clefable. Unless Jason had another pocket strategy that he was waiting for. I mean, it is Jason. You never know. But Clefable goes down here. And gets the Intimidate out, so gonna get out of there. So Jason's gonna start cycling his team a little bit. Smart. What empowers that? It was only, I don't think it was water, or we would have one-shot him. Ice, maybe? Anyways. But Rapier is going to go down to Zeb here. Victini comes out. Now somebody, Drapion's going to take an Inferno Overdrive and die. Like, I don't think anybody on this team lives through that. Maybe Landorus, but he's at 76. So yeah, somebody was going to die there. That's just the power of Victini. So Throat Chop. He's still going to take a V-Create though. So, and makes the decision to sack Victini, but you do get the stats down, and he's down to 10%. So, and again, Smart here, bringing out the Ice Shard. This crit was rough. I mean, in the long run, I don't think it mattered. But Greninja didn't even get to do anything, and like it's such a very strong Mon. I mean, at this point in time, if this crit didn't kill Greninja, I believe Greninja could at least kill Gallade, and if it gets a good roll, I think gets rid of Landorus. Let's check that. Whatever. We'll wait for a period of time. Anyways, 2 big crits in this match, I guess. That's just somehow how RNG plays out. We'll call it. I'm going to say call it even. Though, I do have to say for Jason, he has to make the unfavorable switch. Landorus surviving this is interesting. Maybe Anne wasn't spec'd in, or maybe you spec'd in here. Delmise was such a cool bring to counter. So we're just kind of playing the prediction game. But Anne has the upper advantage with a priority Mon. This was a ballsy swap. Because if Jason fires off, if he has like a Thunderbolt or something like that, Charizard's not going to like it. He could even... Well, we already seen his in power. So, Volt Switch comes off. Gallade comes out. Resist that because of the flying type, and you get the flamethrower. So, Anne here, I think, just going to win it out. That's interesting. I'm very surprised Charizard survives Under the Sun Overheat. Interesting bring, Jay, for the Sun. I like that. Kind of utilizing your opponent's strategy, but that's very interesting that you didn't get that kill there. So, Anne wins it out. Little bit of RNG, but Anne, you played this really well. Jason, that 100% on Volcarona and the crit on Clefable sucked. But I think you played well as well. You had a lot of interesting bringing. The throat chop was good. It didn't end up paying out because she didn't bring Sylveon, but it had some super effective coverage, which is alright. But great work, Anne. It's a cool win. Moving on, we have Ben Cunningham versus Chris Senna. And we have Kieran B, Blastoise, Vileplume, Gliscor, Cavalier, I almost said Excadrill, Nihilego, wow, Necrozma, Kangaskhan, Tapu Koko, Seismitoad, Empoleon, Camerupt. Okay. See, this was interesting. You stayed in here. Thinking maybe you have a berry on here. I watched this match, but it's been like a week, so I'm a little hinky on it. But yeah, that was, if he Giga Drain, that was going to be rough, or Energy Bolt, I guess. But rough. But Blastoise, I mean, it's Blastoise. He wouldn't have taken much from it. Ben's going to get rid of those rocks. Kangaskhan's just going to heal. Good bring to get that Kangaskhan. Koko still takes some big damage from it, but Wish is just going to heal that off. So Ben, going to get out of there. And so is Chris. Cool. That was a cool bring, the nature power, but in the end it wasn't enough to deal with Vileplume. I'm guessing you were predicting a switch there, and Ben just kind of didn't. Earthquake's going to get rid of Camerupt here. Good bring on Gliscor. Yeah, but this Necrozma set's cool. I remember it now, yep. Tapu Koko's just going to come in here anytime Blastoise is around, but he's going to take some big damage. So Seismitoad comes in, still asleep, not much you can do about it. It's just going to kind of chunk him down here and there. I don't think you're punished for it, but I don't understand that switch. Because I think you're immediately... Well, you're not punished for it. Yeah, you still kill Seismitoad. But I don't know why you would switch. I think you were fearing the wake up. So Necrozma's going to come in on Vileplume. Vileplume is just going to, you know, be Vileplume. Doesn't take anything from Photon Geyser. And Ben's going to get rid of Kangaskhan pretty easily here. Hidden Power's going to... Yep. Good bring. I believe that might be... Ice? Hidden Power Ice? Yeah. The Aura Sphere's coming in big for Ben here. I think it's gotten him 2 kills. That's a big live, because that happens. Yep. Escavalier doing a lot of work here. Just a very offensive match. A lot of just big swings. Ben staying in when honestly he shouldn't have. Also, getting those rocks off early because you stayed in when you shouldn't have. Both players kind of playing it a little ballsy, but good match. GG for the both of you. Moving on, we have this match I actually didn't see. I'm actually excited. It's Piloswine, Sableye, Mienshao, Alolan Ninetales, Xurkitree, and Tornadus, where Mega Aggron, Mismagus, Umbreon, Salamence, Raikou, Tapu Fini. Yeah. Alright, here we go. So, got the 2 Fairymon starting off here. I remember you talking about Muddy Water, and it's the first thing you bring. It sucks on the miss, though. Yeah, it's a miss. So Aurora Veil goes up. But this is great. Jeremy's got his main setup here. It's gonna fade. Yeah, even with Aura Veil up, the heavy slam from Aggron's just too much. But a high jump kick from Mienshao is gonna do a boatload. That's a harsh crit. Because I really don't think Aggron kills. Well, yeah, we can check this now. Wow, I can't type. I'm just gonna assume that's what you're running. And let's do me. How the fuck do you spell that? Oh, the I got 240. Let's just do that. Oh, I guess it does kill. Wow. Aggron is pretty tough. Oh no, you have Aurora Veil up. That's why I was running this. Oh no, it did matter. It would not have killed. Big crit on Moosey's side. And Sableye's gonna come out here. Rough. I don't think it would have went off because of Misty Terrain, but Jeremy's gonna get rid of the rocks, and then you turn out. Gets his Muddy Water off. Doesn't get the accuracy down though. So Aggron's just gonna come out here anytime. Nice, good magic bounce. Good, really good play, Jeremy. But gets rid of the Aggron and gets rocks up. Sableye such a little turd. So now we're Tapu Fini's gonna chunk Alolan Ninetales a little bit, but with Aura Veil up, she really doesn't care all that much. And she got free dry. So I think this is gonna be nope, yep. Got it. Okay. It doesn't really matter. 20th doesn't care about that all too much. But knockoff getting rid of the item's pretty big. And the U-turn, yep. So, and then magic bounce. Wow. Sableye is honestly a turd. So you're gonna get full health, but you're still asleep. So Piloswine's gonna, yep. It's rough that it doesn't kill, because if this wakes up, then you're in trouble. But you get the kill off. You have no stats for it though, but you force somebody to come in on rocks. Perish Song. So somebody has to. Well, you're gonna die in 3 turns. I forgot how. That's how Perish Song works. But so you get the life orb off. Still good. So Perish Song, not a big deal anymore. Piloswine's so tanky with that Evilite. Wow. Good bring on Miss Magus for Sableye, but knockoff's just gonna get rid of you. Even with the crit, it's not enough. Wow. So Sableye, just gonna be too tanky to deal with. Kind of set the pace. Jeremy doing a lot of swapping, just kind of staying on his toes. Catches you out with a Thunderbolt. You still get that HP off, but still so tanky with that Evilite on. So it all comes down to Salamence. And Ishard's just gonna nab him. Very well played, Jeremy. Who's had a little bit of bad luck with that first Muddy Water and Aggron getting shellacked. But overall, very good match. Moving on. I tried to make the music a little better, but seriously, just let me know if it's too loud. Malachi versus Boring. We have Rabombi, Tentacruel, Jirachi, Gligar. Wow, using the boys against him. That's and then Chestnut. That's Smeargle, by the way. Houndoom, Dugtrio, Terrakion, Mew, Gyarados, and Kygonal. Alright. Cool bring. Mew can learn so whoa. Guessing that's a physical Mew, but I still think that crit's gonna be rough. There it is. This is what I wanted to talk about. Mew being able to learn almost anything lets you do a lot of interesting strategies. Like this, for example. So now you have a Mew that has a Bug Fairy type. Well, it's not even a Mew anymore. You now have 2 Rabombis on the field, but I believe Mew has better stats. So he's gonna Quiver Dance again and just, I guess, try to outlast, but it's just gonna be too much. And you brought a hidden power on him. Yep. So Jirachi is gonna take a lot of damage, but you get the transform Mew out of here. Malachi being very forward with his nicknames here. Very good prediction, knowing he's going to go into Cargonal. But now you got to deal with Gyarados. And getting the burn off first turn. Malachi. But so this kind of invalidates Gyarados a little bit here, cutting his attack in half. He's fast, but he's not going to do anything to Chestnut here. So Chris is just going to sack him to get a safe swap, but he's going to get a lot of entry hazards put up. Yeah, so you get 2 layers of spikes and toxic spikes, so anybody coming in is going to get, roughed up. But Houndoom got the nasty plot, and Dark Pulse is going to do some good damage. I don't know enough about Mirror Coat to really comment on what was going for there, but I believe it's a psychic move, and he's dark type. I always thought Mirror Coat copied, like Malachi said. I think it. I always thought it just copied the damage. You learn something new every day. But Houndoom's just gonna do a lot of damage, poke a lot of holes until it dies to the poison. But I think it was enough to just, because Dugtrio is fast enough to get rid of it. Oh, at 1%. That's rough. Yep. So Cargo is gonna get rid of Chestnut, but Terrakion, I believe, has it out here. Yep. So Chris wins out. The transform on me was really cool, Chris. That was a really awesome bring. I think you caught Malachi off a little bit, and you had a very powerful Quiver Danced Rabombi on your team now. Malachi, the entry hazards were great. Kind of forcing, when you're seeing that Gyarados is going to stay in, just kind of making sure that whatever comes in after it is going to be in trouble. Very close match. Like, I think one more turn decided it, but good match on either side. So now we move into Chris Rieger versus Deep Z, and we have Mega Diancie, Keldeo, Fortress, Amoonguss, Magnezone, and Ninjask versus Mimikyu, Nidoqueen, Volcanion, Mamoswine, Articuno, and Kartana. Alright, so first most you get the good lead. With Water Absorb, you kind of just beat Keldeo. Good job getting rid of Amoonguss, kind of showing off maybe it's a choice, but this is rough. Kartana not dealing enough damage to get rid of Magnezone. But you get a pretty good chunk on Keldeo, but you're going to take a Z move here and die. Yeah, Nidoqueens can't take that. But, ooh, the burns these days. Deebs, if you're running, Mimikyu has a move called Shadow Sneak. It's a ghost type move. That's priority. With burn, I don't know if it kills. I think it should still kill Keldeo, but priority are moves you should look into. It would have won you the match against me, and I think here you get rid of Keldeo with a Shadow Sneak, and you maintain Mimikyu. But you end up going down to the Scald Burn here. But and you get another miss. Damn. That is unfortunate, Deebs. I don't know. That's rough. 2 misses. That would have maintained a lot of health on Volcanion, and he gets the +2 defense. Yeah. Once she gets going, she's just a terror. No, you get rid of Magnezone, so you're poking holes here. Sash on him. Wow. Alright, So you still have... Yep, so that gets rid of... So you're down to Articuno here. But Diamond Storm's just going to get rid of her. And another +2 defense. Wow, Rieger. But, good match. Deebs, those were rough misses. Like, you would have maintained Mimikyu, and I believe you would have maintained more health on Volcanion. I don't know if it mattered all too much against the Diamond Storm, but sometimes this is how RNG works. But GG, good win, Rieger. I like seeing Mega Diancie do work. Last year I had her and she, as you all know, didn't really do well. But moving on to the last match, it's my match. Me versus Nick, and we have Garchomp, Crobat, Latios, Alolan Ninetales, Alolan Persian, Metagross, and Rotom Heat. We have Ferrothorn, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Alolan Sandslash, Latios, and Muck. After losing a couple times, I wanted to see just how much offensive pressure my team can put on. So I kind of went with just kind of big slug, just throwing haymakers left and right. And I think it's mentioned at the end of this match, Nick kind of had kind of the same idea. So this was a fun match to play. I really enjoyed this. So a Tyranitar comes in on a Garchomp. I kind of knew that was coming. I actually ran Sand, the Sand buff ability. Good switch in there to block the Earthquake. Metagross comes in, takes the Draco Meter, doesn't really care all too much about it. So you're still taking sand damage, which is rough. So Rock Polish just speeded me up a little bit, and then the Z move doesn't get rid of him, but Icicle Crash doesn't get rid of me. Meteor Mash though, good move, and gets rid of Sand Slash. So Latios is, I actually didn't really attend for him all too much. I thought, Latios. I thought my Latios could handle it, but she just really couldn't. Garchomp's gonna get rid of Muck, and again, gotta get out of that Latios, and Rotom just dies. It's such a big special attacker. So this is what I'm talking about. So you swap out because you don't have special attack. I'm gonna boost up here. I'm gonna do it again, and I think, yeah, I get seeded. But you protect. Kind of saw that coming. And I still don't do enough to get rid of you. That's harsh. And you're gonna get spikes up on me too. But yep. The issue with protect, especially against setup sweepers, you can tend to be a little bit predictable. I mean, you had a strategy. It was a good strategy to stall out the Latios and retain your health, but it lets me get a boost here, and I believe I get you here. Yep. But I've taken a lot of damage, but I'm gonna go down to the Draco Meter, but still get the special attack down. Alolan Persian is very fast and surprisingly good, so as soon as I tag Excadrill before he can do anything. I believe I was running Scarf, or maybe Specs, but she's a base 361, and I guess, yeah, Excadrill not under sand isn't that fast. But you're still faster. Wow. I forgot just how insanely fast. It was a speed tie. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. No. Yeah, you had to be Scarfed. You're hitting that hard. Wow. That's... Crobat's going to come in here, and you, again, are going to maintain your Latios. Okay. And then this is rough. The Draco Meteor Mist is harsh. I mean, I think, yeah, you kill Crobat with it. But I think Garchomp still, especially under sand, maybe with rocks and spikes. Huh. Yeah, I want to check that. Because honestly, I don't know if that would kill him or not. Because if so, that miss was huge. Yeah, you don't want him to. I guess maybe this is. What? Jesus. Let's just go, I guess, with this. That you had Draco Meteor. And then you were down to special attack. Yeah. Yeah, Garchomp could come in and be just fine taking a Draco Meteor. So the miss sucked, but it wasn't as big as I originally thought it was. Good game, Nick. I really like these types of matches. Just the kind of showing off how powerful Pokemon can be. Your Latios was amazing. I think it tagged every one of my Mon. But good game. Good games all around. So moving on, we're on week 6 now. I should be getting that out hopefully tomorrow, and then I'll be all up to date. Wow, where is it? Am I blind? There we go. Just taking a quick look at this. We have the divisions kind of evening themselves out a little bit. We still have the best player right now, Socks, in Raw. He's 5-1. Coming up after him is Jason at 5-2. Oh, this is for next week. Oh, see, I'm not even gonna know this. Anyways, again, if you have any comments or anything, let me know. Tell me how it was. Give me some pointers. Sorry for getting behind, but you guys have a good night.